Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was the UK change of time.
Don't worry.
I had no idea until I got back from work and I was like, no. What a shame. Otherwise, would have hit you on. But that's okay.
That's fine. Tracy's going to rejoin at 9. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know whether actually I didn't check. I'm hoping that this will just carry over. If it does in 2 minutes stop because of the timing, so obviously I may have to set up an extra one or
Wait,
see.
Fingers crossed. Tracy will know what to do.
Yeah. Oh, so she's going to jump on?
Tracy's jumping on, yeah.
Oh, perfect, yeah. We don't change the times here in Bali. It's just constant the whole time, right?
Which is, I think, better, really.
It's great. It is actually. I mean, it's pretty consistent. You get used to it. You know, it's always dark by about 6:45. So yeah, you just know what you're going to get every day, really. Tracy, hi. Hello. How are you?
Good morning. Hi.
Good morning. Thanks for joining. And I was just saying to Sarah, apologies, I didn't realize the time change.
It was completely our fault. Our fault.
Stuff like that happens anyway, and I wish. It's fine. We're recording anyway, and I've got you two, and I haven't met you properly. Oh no, we have met. We have met before.
Yeah. I met my parents because Vic's teaching this morning.
Yeah.
And they've got a lovely conservatory. I was in there, but the internet keeps crashing in there, so I've had to come into their living room. So it's a bit squashed, but I'm good. I've got everything I need. I can see you. I can see Sarah. It's all right.
And you can always make the couches work if you need to.
You know, I like props.
Yeah.
I love props. I love chair props, couch props, anything you can grab onto. It's great. Cool. So this is going to be the last session, and what I had planned is following on from the previous one, Sarah. It was you and I, and we got you busting out your crow.
Yes.
How have you been going with the crow?
Good.
Have you sampled and tried any side crow?
No, I can't do it yet. I've tried once and it's just a no-go.
Okay,
but I'll keep going.
So today it's going to be a little bit of revision, but then just like, prep movements to essentially like get your body primed for the quite big twist movement in your side crow, just to start to feel a bit more comfortable in the tissues, that you're not going in going, what is this? Yeah, kind of setting up, well, what is that movement? What is that shape that you're forming? And then obviously with the side crow, when you end up in it, it's usually pretty quick and you don't hold it for too much time, but you've done all this prep work that it sometimes just feels so much more easeful to find that position. It's a lot of twisting, right? I love side crow. It's one of my all-time favorite asanas. So ladies, you will need, and those at home who will be doing this recording, and Tracy, I just wanted to check in. It's 4:01 here. I wasn't quite sure. I'm on the old, obviously it was starting at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. for you guys? 8 a.m. So I'm pretty sure it will hopefully roll over the timing of the scheduled meeting.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll just roll through.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. I looked to see if I could extend the time, but okay, so 2 blocks. Pretty much all you're going to need. Anything for the knee, of course, if you're finding that you want to be on the knee, padded beneath you. I am going to make sure you guys can see me. And before I do start going through everything, is there anything, ladies, you would like to work on?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah?
Feeling good, yeah.
You're feeling good? Good, cool, awesome. Tracy, I can't wait to do some of your sessions too.
Thanks.
I'm having also a month of like a little bit more me time and getting to be able to participate in other people's sessions. All right, so we're going to begin. Come to standing, ladies. Cool. Lovely. All right, good stuff. And so we'll start off in just a nice Tadasana position. Feet can be hip width distance apart, feet can be together. It's entirely up to you what feels more easeful in your hips and your legs. Starting off with a roll down just to feel out how your spine feels. So what I'd like you guys to do is take a big deep breath in and just relax down, drawing the chin towards the chest. So don't let yourself flop first thing. Don't worry about too much, obviously, technique in this. The spine rounds, the head drops, you breathe in, and then you roll back up. Nice and easy. At the top, like you would do your normal vinyasa arms, take your arms up. Grow out of every single joint, pushing your feet into the floor, lifting out of the ankles, the knees, the hips, feeling those ribs sort of get a bit of lengthening, the armpits all the way to the fingertips. Sweep your hands back behind you, opening up your chest. Arms touch thighs. You're going to roll down again, rounding through the upper back, through the middle back, through the lower back, dropping back down. This time, ladies, anchor your feet. Take a little turn towards one side. Doesn't matter which side it is. You're facing, I'm going to be facing my left little toe. You'll notice the right hip will creep forward. So push the right bottom cheek behind you as if you're pushing your bottom cheeks evenly against the wall behind you. And then just roll up. Keep your hands close towards your side leg, rolling on up. Take the arms up to the side. Take the arms up to the ceiling. And create a circular motion, taking the arms down towards the other ankle and continue your roll down that way, exploring the lateral lines of your body. Let's do one more in that direction. Just continue the circle, whichever way you're going. Rolling up, extending the arms, opening, circling, and coming back down. Lovely. At the bottom, stay there. Reverse your direction for another 2. So move to the other side and notice that the opposite hip pulls forward. Pull it back, roll yourself up. Explore a little bit more of expressive windmilling of the arms, leaning into the side body, leaning into the ribs. One more time. Really lovely, ladies. At the top, sorry, as you stated to the bottom, we'll go follow that circle all the way through. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingertips, push the fists to the ceiling, open up the chest and roll up through the lower back. Pressing every single vertebrae to the ceiling, unraveling it. And then from here, taking a step forward with your left leg, like you're about to take a walk, or like a small pyramid pose. The feet are parallel, you can have a softness in the knees, you're standing your ground. And what you can feel here is with your legs, you can feel as you push the legs outwards, there's a little bit more of a width of base. You're working more here. If you squeeze the legs together, you're going to feel a little bit more inner thighs. For this one, you're going to push outwards, creating a slightly wider, steadier base with your body. Take your arms, inhale, interlace, and take the arms up above you. Carrying on with a little bit of thoracic rotation, hips stay steady. Come on over, split your left leg that's forward, go to the right first, leaning away from that hip. Like you might do in your Tadasana into your half moon, but you're slightly staggered in the legs. From here, round your upper back, pushing your fists forward, leaning your bra line back in space, or mid back in space. Come over to the side, chest, heart lifts. Fist slightly push back behind you. I want you to really lift out of the lower back to avoid any crunchies on the lower back and continue one more. Leaning, rounding, push forward, lean back, push to the side, lean in the opposite hip. Go into extension out of the lower back, however. Continue all the way forward. And then fold over your front leg. Stepping back into a plank, ladies. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists, pressing into every fingertip, nice and strong and solid now. Connecting into all fours, lifting the bottom if you need, just that little higher up than you think it needs to be. A nice easy cue, think about wrinkling the front of your singlet, t-shirt, top, from the chest, bra line area to the top waistband of your pants. So you're shortening your front body, lengthening out your back body. Good, hold that position, nice and strong. Play around with energetics in the pose of pushing your hands down and pulling the hands together, feeling the inner line engage. Do the same thing with your feet. Push down into your feet and try and pull the floor together with your feet. Now working your inner thighs. Just like we were standing, we're pushing outwards. Now you're squeezing in. A nice internal sensation. 4, 8, hold 7, 6. I really like to talk a lot. Sorry guys, when everyone's holding a break. 3, 2, it's my problem. 1. Awesome. From here, the leg that was forward before, if that's your left leg, you take your left leg up into a 3-legged dog. Gently open up your hip, allow that nice stretch to happen. And then just step that foot in between the hands. Arrive, and nice low lunge, hands behind your head, and breathe. So, we'll take it up the upper body to start with and just lean gently into the front hip, creating a gentle stretch, and then pushing through your front leg to rise back out of it. Just go for 3 more of those, leaning into Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. Lift the elbows, lift the heart, legs pull you back. 2 more of those, coming down, pushing back, and last one, leaning forward, add a little tuck of the tailbone, lift out of the lower back, good, push back, and then from here, turn towards your front leg, take the opposite hand and arrive on the floor into your twist, pushing in the hand, pushing in the foot, and just finding if you can create an easeful long spine so you're not feeling so rounded. If you find that this is difficult and you're really round, use it lock. Bring the floor higher up to you so you come out of your round shape and elongate. Whatever works here. And what I'd like you guys to do is push that outer knee inwards. Again, inner thigh working, and allow your mid-back to twist around that. Look up to the ceiling, a little bit of neck lengthening as well. And stay here and breathe for 3 breaths, ladies. Here's the thing, don't hold the belly in. Let it expand and move. You'll notice your belly will slightly move towards that thigh that is in front. Let that happen, last breath. Good, that hand that is behind your head, just reach it overhead. Take a big sweep behind you. Land, hands either side of your front foot. Gaze forward, step forward, Ardha Uttanasana, your halfway lift. Drop down. And take your time to roll up through your spine. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Good. Just staying here nice and static before we go for the second side. So we'll start with our step forward, other leg, taking a heel, ball, toes. If you're about to, like your gate pattern, go forward. Take your arms up. Interlace the other way if you can. Really lift the knuckles up. Stand your ground with your legs. And just like on that other side, this feeling of you're not really moving much, but you're pulling the mat apart, widening the hips a little. All right, from here, ladies, if it's your right leg that is forward, you'll be leaning to the left first. If it's your left leg that's forward, you're leaning to the right first. Do that wonderful stretch from the side of the hip to the ribs, to the armpit, and then curl to the other side. When it comes into your back bend, become the longest, tallest version of yourself. Good. One more time in this direction. Steady hips. That's it, ladies, and aim to keep the front and back waistband of your pants as still as possible. Hips aligned, hips square. That's the trick here. Great. Once you've done your last one and you've come forward, you can reverse your circle, 2 in the other direction. Yeah, wonderful. How much space can you access? How much that feeling of lightness and length in between the vertebrae. Lovely, ladies. Wonderful. After that, slowly easing your way down, coming all the way down, plank position, stepping back. All right, once again here, pushing into your hands, pushing into your feet, and pulling the floor energetically together. Hands pulling together, feet pulling together, wrinkling the front of your singlet, taking all the wrinkles out of the back part of the singlet. That front body is pretty strong. You're in a plank, and it's that feeling as if someone's got a plank of wood up against your back, and if you can imagine you're about to support 3 people who are kindly going to not jump on your back, but maybe just sit on you, and you're holding them there for 4, 3, 2, 1. The leg that was forward, please raise that leg up into your 3-legged dog. Open up the hip. And then bring that foot in between the hands. Lay that back knee down. Pat my knee here. Awesome. Hands behind your head. Anjaneyasana. Opening up that front hip. Creating this feeling of leaning forward and then pushing with your legs to come back. For another 3. For another 2. Good. The last one. Wonderful. And then from here, turn your upper body to face towards your standing legs. Much twist as you can. The inside hand touches the floor and pushes down. The front leg pushes towards that hand, so you're getting this, again, this coming into center, squeezing into the center line. And then you go for your twist. Looking up. And now the only thing here to focus on is breathing in the twist. Lengthening your heart forward. And trying to reach the tail towards the back of your head. All right, last breath. And then top hand lifts up, just do a nice circle, create space, bringing it back, gazing forward, tuck the back toes and step it back in. Go for your halfway lift. Try to go with not solo with the hands. In fact, you can even push your arms back behind you, open up your chest and heart, and create a nice long line. Bend the knees as much as you need to. You can facilitate that L shape with your legs straight, fantastic, otherwise knees bent. And again, feel like you're holding something on your back. Plank of wood on your back, it's pushing you down, and you are super solid here, really, really strong. 3, 2, 1. From here, straight back, come all the way up. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra, and then just bring your hands in front of your chest. Close your eyes down. Feel the heartbeat underneath your thumbs. And while you're breathing here, just bring your feet a little closer together as we go into chair pose. Stay still for a couple more breaths. Just prepare the leg position. All right, here we go. So we're going to take the arms up. Before we go into our chair, come to the side. Big long lean now with your feet squeezing together. Breathe in. And then pull back up. Lift, lift, lift. Go to the other side. Big stretch. Beautiful shape there. Breathe in. And then pull back up. So really feel it long through the sideways. Lift up. And squeeze the elbows together. Turn towards your first leg. So I'm going to be facing you guys. Bring the elbows. Totally fine to let the back round for this first one if your elbows are connected. Hold that. Open up your wings. And just get a sense of how your spine feels here. So straightening out the arms, ladies. Yep. And you can push that elbow across. You might find your back can straighten here. You might find it's already a little bit rounded. It's quite tricky in this condensed position. No matter, start to pull your chest forward. Widen your collarbone as you widen your wingspan. Great, ladies. Squeeze those thighs together. 3, 2, 1. And like your big open wings, you're going to rise up from there, taking your wings up with you. Lift, lift, and go straight to your other side. Utkatasana chair position, twisting. Elbows onto your thighs. When you're ready, open up your wings. Good. Realign your hips if you can. So Sarah, just pull your right bottom cheek backwards in space, just a fraction. Yeah, that's it. Brilliant. Good. Feel the wingspan, ladies. And then while your arms are widening, pull your heart towards the camera. Go for a little bit more length. 3, good. 2, fantastic. 1, stay in that wingspan and then travel all the way back up. Wonderful. And all right. Balancing on one leg, ladies. I'm going to balance on my left, right leg pulls up. Breathing in. As high up as you can go. Even higher. Really feeling that work into your hip. Let's take it a little bit higher. Good. Hold that. Grow tall. And then send that leg back behind you. A low lunge, not a low lunge, but your inclined sort of crescent lunge. So you're on a nice long line. Push the heel back, stand into your front leg, become long, breathe in. And now exhale, twist towards that first standing leg. So it's my left leg, I'm twisting towards my left leg. Here's the thing, ladies, I'd like you to take your elbow off your thigh. So you lift the elbow off, that's it. So you're no longer holding there. I call it sometimes like being on a thigh couch. No thigh couch here. You have to feel the work around your core here holding this twist. Awesome. Stand into your legs, really beautiful and strong. Breathe in, become long, and then exhale, access a bit more twist from the bra line. Amazing. Good. One more time. Breathe in, become long. Create that twist. And then without taking the elbow onto the thigh, can you open up your wings from here? That's it. Now you can push onto the thigh with that arm. Push the leg onto the arm, push the arm onto the leg. So you're like in a tug of war. So it's your left leg, Sarah, and of course, Tracy, it's your right leg. Pushing, squeezing, hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there, ladies. Just drop your back knee to the floor. And apologies, Tracy, you'll be looking towards the couch, but I want you to come upright and be in like pretty much your lunge position facing, that's right, Tracy, you're facing the couch and just facing towards the other wall there. Take your arms up to the ceiling, ladies. Good, lift as high as you can. Stand into your legs, lift out of your lower back, middle back, pivot back towards the start position facing the front. Hands to chest, hinge forward. Step your legs back into your chair position, holding it. Back into your heels. 3, 2, 1. And then rise all the way up. Allow your shoulders to open, your chest to open, create a sweeping action. Arrive back, palms at your heart center, close your eyes down, listen to your heartbeat. Feeling that stimulation of the twisting actions. The internal work that's happening just from holding a position isometrically, giving the internal system a nice good squeeze. Such a great feeling. Let's go to the other side. Stand in strong into your other leg. I started with standing on my left leg, so it'll be my right leg. You guys will be slightly different. So the opposite leg comes up, lifting it up. Hold it there. Drive the knee up even higher. Good, even higher still. And then with your thumbs resting on your chest, just push your chest forward a little into your thumbs and become to grow tall. Let's slowly take that leg back into your inclined crescent lunge. Good, we're revolving to face towards the standing leg, creating an active twist. So you twist towards that front leg without the elbow touching. Yeah. And first of all, define the strength and stability in your base and your legs. Drop as deep as you can. And of course, you can kind of use your elbow to leverage and find a newfound depth, but then lift off and you're just holding yourself here. Breathe in. Tail reaches back. Heart reaches forward. Your exhalation, you allow an active twist to happen through the mid-back. 2 more of those. Beautiful, ladies. Great. All right, after that last exhalation, open up your wings. Apply pressure of that arm onto the leg onto the arm. So they're binding, they're squeezing together. Wings are opening. Or further increase a little bit of stimulation and twist in the midsection. Always work as you find your twist to find length. So once again, one last effort to pull your heart forward. Wonderful. Keep your arms there, ladies, and then drop your back knee gently. Arriving with your wings expanding. Take your arms high to the ceiling. Reach up. Twist back towards the front. Nice. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Straighten out that front leg. And then arrive, coming forward. And just straight away step your legs out, toes turning out, and drop down into Malasana. Wonderful. Great. Yeah, I was going to say, Sarah, that looks way too cushy. I think you need to lift your... I feel like that's just a relaxing pose, which is fine. Let's be honest. There's got to be some relaxing in here, right? What I want you guys to first of all feel is stand into your feet, the big toe, little toe, center of the heel. So notice if you're caving forward, just play around with moving maybe a little bit more into the knife edge of the foot. And give your bottom, let it relax, right? You need to kind of let your bottom relax just to get a little bit more depth. The sit bones widen at the bottom. Once you've got that, then you can add a little bit of fire underneath the bottom. Always call it like a skyrocket ready to blast off, right? Slightly lift to make it that little bit more engaging. Yeah. So easy to drop in, right? But can you find that depth, hold that depth, and then push the legs out and take the arms up. Yes, hold 8. 7, your thighs are driving outwards at this point. We are playing with those energetics in the legs again. 2, 1, and then bring your hands down, step your knees back. And we're going to do easy chaturanga on the knees from here. I slipped in a river on the weekend. I've got lots of fluid in my knee at the moment. I was the only one who cooked it in the river. So can't quite wait there just yet. So we're here. What I want you guys to do, and you're more than welcome to go into normal chaturanga, but knowing we're going to be doing crow and side crow, what I want you guys to do is trace that line where your thumb is, and then shift your nipple line, essentially the chest line, forward of your thumb line. And then you're going to slowly come down, halfway, lingering with your elbows by your waistline, and then you're going to push up. Hence why we're not on the full chaturanga, because it's going to be quite strong. So with your arms, ladies, even on the mat, you're standing your hands into the mat and you're turning into external rotation rather than in. So right palm will be going into a clockwise motion. Left palm will be turning counterclockwise. Keep that as you hinge forward again. Chest goes forward of your thumbs. Come down, hold it. Good, now hold that. Wrinkle the front of your singlet like you're doing an ab crunch. Essentially trying to round your back. Round your back, that's it, Tracy, good. Now keep that, push back up from there, keeping that. Yes, woo. Good, so we'll do that again, but we'll do that before you go down. So set yourself up, strong arms, strong foundation. And I just sometimes use the external cues of wrinkle your front singlet, because when you come down, you're forced into usually extension. So you want to create like a half cat stretch position. Yep, and maintain that as you go forward. Try and maintain that. Look where you're going at the front of the mat. Come down, 4, 3, 2, hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1, control it up. Nice and slow. Wonderful, amazing. Ladies, you are strong. Let's do 2 more. As you come down on these 2, I'm going to ask you to add on with the cue. Now, when you come down, I want you to try and pull the floor apart with your arms. So even when you're in this position, rather than that feeling of collapsing inwards, you are doing that. Okay, do it when you're going down, do it in your hold because you've got time to problem solve, and do it when you're coming back up. Just 2 more. Going down again. Brilliant. Tracy, great with the spine position. All right, hold that. Pull the floor apart, feel your collarbones widening, and go back up. Fantastic. One more time. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull that floor apart. Amazing form, ladies. And release. Sink back into a child's pose. You can take your arms back behind you, wherever feels good. Well done. So that pulling apart feeling with your arms is what you want to do when you're in your crow and also when you're in your side crow, just to minimize any collapsing in the front. Good. Rising on up, ladies. And what you can do is from here, from this position, have your heels together, your toes apart. Bring yourself up so your heels are together and allow yourself to fold, grabbing onto opposite elbows and stretch out the back through the back of the hips. If that doesn't feel good for you in that position, parallel feet and legs are so fine. Otherwise, stay in that small V shape, head dangling. Take a big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. One more time, big deep breath in. And out. Great, ladies. Place your hands onto the floor, shoulder width distance apart, crow position. Yep, fingertips pouring the floor like a bird claw. Lift the heels, bend the knees, place your knees, upper arms, armpits, whatever works for you. You don't feel like you're getting a humongous Chinese burn there. And then squeeze your heels together and just linger there for a moment, looking forward and getting that good squeeze now of your knees pushing on your upper arms pulling out. When you're ready, transition the weight forward into your fingertips. Walk your feet a little closer in if you need to make it easier to lift one foot up. And bend your elbows a little bit more to create more of a shelf. That's it. Amazing, Sarah. Great, Tracy. Hold it. Nice. Now, Tracy, energetically round your back like you're doing like an ab crunch and feel your spine become really round. That's it. Woo! Yes. Beautiful, ladies. Well supported. You got it. So go forward there, Sarah. Lift the bottom to allow that sort of forward lean. Trust your fingertips. You. And then straight away, turning on that round back and go for it. You've got it. Just that slight leaning forward action. One more, Tracy. Yes. All part of the process, right? Woo. Beautiful. Really strong, ladies. Well done. That's it. Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. So just that tipping forward, right? It's that fine line, finding that tipping point. And there's just that part where you figure out where you are in space that's applicable for your arm length, your torso length, your leg length. And then you hit that sweet spot. And it might be different from everyone else. Obviously, you're not in a room with people around you, but you always find your sweet spot. And you're like, there it is, that magic hanging moment. It's wonderful. All right, let's get some movement through the hips. There will be a little bit of arm, but not as much. Come down onto your, again, I'm going to face the camera. It's going to be my right forearm on the ground, my left hand out to the side. So it's like I'm in that position, kind of like holding in a dance partner position, a little bit forward back. Pick up the left leg. So if your left hand is out to the side, it's your left leg that you start with, bend it. This I call the cat's tail, ladies, and it's about getting hip opening actively and hip mobility. Open up the hip to the side. You can always have a look for the first one if you want to, and then you can just work on it. So you take the knee as far out to your shoulder as you can. You reach the leg out long. This is going to wake up your hamstring, Sarah. Then you take that leg higher, high to the ceiling as you can. Back behind you, bend the knee, feeling a nice opening up in the hip. Keep the knee bent. So when you look behind you, you're searching to see that foot. And then you look back to the start position and you continue. You pull it across, straighten it, side kick. Rainbowing up towards the ceiling, back towards the space behind you, and then bend. Now flow it, ladies. Go for 6. Sweep. 5. Taking it as high as possible. So Tracy, this is where your lounge becomes amazing, all the props around you, because you're aiming to get to the top of your couch the whole time with your foot. Even when the leg comes towards me, leg up, find the top, and you find that picture frame behind you, that's it. There are benefits of small spaces, ladies. Good. 2. 1. Great. And then from here, guys, take that leg, bend it, slide it behind the other leg. Find your shoelace pose here where your knees are together and your feet kick out. And then just allow yourself to come back. So create a little glute stretch. If you can, sitting onto your sit bones if you're struggling and you're doing this recording, of course, pop the block, make it a little bit easier to feel your sit bones. Yeah, nice and even. Because really this exercise, this pose, I'm going to make you squeeze. So you're feeling that inner line again. So what I want you to do is push bottom leg up into top leg down into bottom leg, a pretzel position. Nice, good. And then from here, take your arms, wrap your elbows in, take a twist to one side. We're going to do both, so don't worry, keep your legs active. Kind of picture, you know, when you're in a half crow, you're still in that chaturanga position. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to do that. I want you to push, pull back in. Think about your arms staying parallel. One more time, push out. Obviously no loading on the floor, but creating that energetic feeling in the tissues. Turn the other way. Push. And up. 2, still squeezing those legs together. Last one. Good. Wonderful, ladies. Back through center. You can take a sweep up of the arms. Open up the chest, allow a slight extension to happen. And then bring yourself forward, slowly untwining those legs. Ready for the second side. So from here, coming down, this time it's my left arm, which is in the forearm position. The right hand comes out to the side. Therefore, it will be the right leg that is bent. Turn around from here. So I call it the cat's tail. You're aiming to create as much length, opening, space in your hip joint. Open up to the side. Great rotation in the hips. Pull it over. High kick as high as your bottom. Sweep it high up towards the ceiling. Good. Bend it, look the other way. And then pull it across again. Let's go for 6. Good. 5. Good, and you might notice there's a slight weight transference happening in your shoulders. Allow that to happen. So as you slightly have a slight swaying from side to side, it's really good for the shoulder tissues and the shoulder joint to start to deal with loads where you're slightly moving, especially for arm balances. So the tissues are adaptable to variations of shift. Last one, really great, ladies. And bend the knee, place the foot behind, place the knee behind the other knee. Arrive, sitting back onto your bottom or grab your block. Adjust where you need to go and push the feet out so you're in your shoelace pose. Active feet. Feet are pushing down, and then you're creating this clamp, this energetic clamp here. Good. Take your arms up again and wrap your elbows in. Prepare yourself this time. You've got that 90-degree angle at your elbow joint. So rather than that angle, that's kind of what you want to be obviously in for your chaturanga pose and for your side crow rather than that angle. So you're here and you're going to twist and just push. You can kind of lean into the other ribs, pull back, resisting your own imaginary wall. To the center, twist the other way, and push. Just alternate. Sorry, I know we did 3 on each side, but just alternate your pushes and get that feeling and the essence of that angle at your elbow joint. Get the feeling of the collarbones, the shoulders staying very wide as you push. Nice. Great, ladies. One more on each side. All right, once you've done that, come back onto your hands. And we'll use this as a chance to do some extension. So move gently through cat-cow. So much twisting, it's quite nice just to go straight, chest opens, belly drops, belly massages towards the spine, and the head drops. Moving through those. Feeling wonderfully supple through your spine. Great. All right, ladies. Then from here, you may use a block for this as well. Tuck your toes, bring yourself into toe stand. Now, if this is really uncomfortable, I've got quite a high block. It's one of those quite big blocks, but you're more than welcome to take a block underneath your hips, just to allow that rest to happen. Clamping your legs back together again, then you're just holding in your toe stand, either on a block or creating that balance. Squeeze the legs for a tall. And let's twist in one direction. So you can twist your face towards me, and Sarah, it doesn't matter which way you're going. Great. Squeeze the legs together, ladies. Take the hands onto the floor, shoulder width distance apart. So the leg that is closest to your arm, push onto it and create a slight bend of the elbows. Once again, the knees will want to cave in and your arm is pushing your legs back. So you can create more rotation through your upper body. Lift onto your tippy toes. You don't have to try the side crow, but I just want you to feel that work going into your fingertips. And you'll feel a lot of work around here. Yes. Good. Go a little further forward, Sarah, and take your feet a little further towards your hands. That's it. And just play around with the weight bearing. That's it. You've got it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then obviously, Tracy, go for it. Yes. Nice, Tracy. Awesome. When you've had enough of that one, just go straight to the other side. So not worrying about going into it just yet, just feeling out the work, right? Feeling out the position. Good. So from there, Sarah, push the thighs back towards the couch behind you. Smush your elbow into the leg. Yep. Look where you want to go towards the cabinet in front of you. Yep. Looking where you want to go and just create that lean into your fingertips like you do in your normal chaturanga. And just picture that shape. Just think, okay, I'm going to lift my toes at one stage. Maybe it's not today, but the leaning forward needs to happen. Good. And Tracy, I want you to pull the mat apart with your hands, pulling your shoulders wide when you go down, just before you lift up. Yeah. So try that again, ladies. Go the other side. So that feeling, you're here, right? You're about to set up, you're about to lean, and you're just avoiding that because you know one shoulder usually goes down. You try and think, okay, I've got a stick wedged in between my collarbones. A 30 centimeter old school ruler, right? And then you lean forward and you're pulling apart the floor. That's it. Squeeze the feet. Squeeze the inner thighs together, ladies. That's it. That's it. Yes. Yes, Sarah. That's it. Go for it. Even if the feet lift off for a smidge. Woo! Yes. Party in my house. All right, try that on the other side. That's it, creating that wonderful angle. That looks brilliant. So the forearms are right there, Sarah. They're nice and straight. And now you just need to lean and drop down. That's it, Tracy. Hold that, brilliant. Squeeze the legs together. Woo! Great, Sarah. Tracy, this is looking brilliant. That was so good. So good. I feel like the next one you'll be able to go with the legs. Yeah. Yes, Sarah. Fantastic. Brilliant. How did that feel?
Good. Yay.
Right. Fantastic. We will give that another go, but we'll just have a bit of a break from the wrists. Well done, ladies. Well done. Form was great. So the alignment, brilliant. That nice strong foundation. Yeah. And then it's just playing with your challenging edge, right? Just testing where you can go. And so I'm so proud of you guys. That was brilliant. All right. We're nearly there. I promise there'll be a nice hip stretch at the end. There's going to be a lot of work there, but that's needed. Come just onto your bottom, ladies. Take one of your blocks and squeeze it in between the thighs. Like so. You can have another one of your blocks, or you don't have to have a block. You can always just pretend you're holding one. All right, so you pull the legs close towards you. So kind of another drill you can play with, just to create that condensed shape. So squeeze the block, twist your upper body to one way. Take the block above you. Lift it to the ceiling, twist the other way. Lower the block to shoulder height, back through center. So you can see the lifting up is a bit of a challenge for those tissues and around the ribs here as well. Go the other way, twist. In-breath takes you up, the block pushes to the ceiling, the heart lifts. Rotate, rotate, rotate as you squeeze that block in between the thighs. Good, and then bring it back to center. Boat pose, ladies. Rock off the back of the sit bones. You can go into the boat like so. Hip flexors are probably going to be pretty tired around about now, but just bear with me. Give that block a good squeeze. Lift the chest and twist to the first position. So you're twisting it to the side. Hold that, breathe. Good, feel that work in that midsection. Strong arms, twist a little further. That's it. And then see if you can take the block up to the ceiling. Lift the heart, look forward, look to the other side. Find your balance and then hold. Back to center. We're going to go straight into the other side, okay? So try and keep that form, twist the other way. Hold. Good, twist a little bit further. Squeezing the block in between your legs. Take the block above you, reach it up, lift out of the armpits, the chest, the heart, twist towards the other direction. Lower the block. Back to the center. Good, high boat to low boat. Massaging your lower back, squeezing the block in between the thighs, and then come back up. Good. We're going to do 5 more of these. We're going to come up, and if you can, straighten arms, straighten legs, and come back down. Lower back, middle back, upper back, come back up. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. For another 4. Bring it back up. Legs magically lift up, so do the arms. And for 3, going back down. Bring it back up. Lift, straighten the arms. Yes, for 2. Stay down there, take a breath in. Exhale, come back up. Lift the arms, lift the legs. All right, last one. Go back into your low boat, ladies. Find your low boat. Good. Hold it there. 1 twist to each side. Twist your upper body to face one direction. Hold for 4. Squeeze the block. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold to center. Curl back up. And drop those blocks. We're going to do side crow one more time. Just one more time before we stretch. All right. So same as before. Working into that and then creating. So when you're here, remember you can always be up on a block. You could be slightly more lifted. You come on over. For those at home who are still working on coming into it, even just here and lifting up and just holding that position, just doing little lifts of the feet is a great way just to prep yourself for the sensation. Otherwise, push the legs in the opposite direction. Well and truly primed for twisting your torso now. When you're ready, lean forward into your fingertips, look where you're going and squeeze those legs together and then lift the feet up, tuck the heels to your bum. Lean forward, Sarah, lean forward, lean forward, lean forward. Yes! Awesome. Tracy, hold that. Push your bottom leg onto your elbow. Maybe reach that top leg up towards the top of your blinds. Go for it. Hold. Fantastic. Keep pulling the mat apart as you close your legs back in. All right, second side. Ladies, do you find a difference from side to side? Do you find it more easeful on one side?
Yeah.
So if you do find a side that's a little trickier, I'm going to get you to do one more on that side, the one that doesn't feel as great. Okay, so let's go for 2 more. This side, and then choose and do one more on the side that's a bit tricky. That's it. All right, good squeeze of the legs first, Tracy, then open them out, pushing that knee onto the elbow, pulling the floor apart. You got it, hold that. And then Sarah, this looks great. Keep leaning forward into the fingertips, gripping with the fingers. You got it, a little bit more lean. Drop the shoulders a bit. Tuck the heels towards the bum. Yeah, there's your side crow. Fantastic. All right. Well done, guys. Well done, Tracy, as well. That looked brilliant. Really nice, strong and controlled. And Sarah, for the first time, so happy for you. All right, let's open up these hips. They are going to be probably nice and warm in there. So, ladies, come back into, if that's okay, come back into your low lunge. And roll off the top of the knee and grab and go for not only a hip flexor stretch, but a quad stretch. So line that front leg a little bit forward if you need to. Grab a hold, pull the heel to your bum, and then lift. Just a couple of breaths to ease into this and not holding your belly in. I want you to breathe with the focus of actually moving the belly tissues and around the front of that hip there. Anyone who's able to grab with both hands can. Nice way to open up the chest. The other option is, of course, taking a strap if you're at home. You can always hold in this position, which after all the crow positions is quite nice to open up the chest. Otherwise, here is fine. Or it could be active, ladies, just letting you know, where you're using your whole hamstrings to hold the position. Stay for 3 more breaths. Good. Play with your depth. Maybe the front leg can walk a bit further forward and you can open up your back hip a little bit more. Good. Facilitate a kick back into your back hands now to be able to open up your chest a bit more. So as you kick, that stretches your chest there. Good. Close your eyes if you heard the balance, don't worry if you don't, and then just see if you can open your heart up a little higher to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly come out of that, drop back down. Good, release, changing legs, straight and easy to the other side. Reaching around and rolling onto the top of the kneecap or popping something under the knee if you need. If you can, both arms, or hold with one or with a strap, opening up the chest. Good. So once again, facilitate another deep breath into your belly. Playing around with your edge of how much expansion and movement into your lower abdomen region you can get. Slowly release out of that, ladies. Drop back onto your knees. Do a quick little tricep stretch with a side lean if that feels good. Feeling the heart soften a little, so rather than it pushing out into extension, lean back into an imaginary wall. The same arm, just bring it up, thread the needle. Let your ear drop to the floor. Most of our twists have been active today. This one's lovely and passive. Good, rising gently up, back onto your knees, taking the other side going and dropping the hip. Nice, and then from there, of course, just checking if the back is an extension, soften back, finding and defining that even lateral line. Coming back up. Same arm, thread the needle. Ear to the floor. Slowly back up again, ladies. And just easily flip yourself onto your back. If you do have a strap handy, awesome. The first, just 2 more poses. First of all, the first one, an easy bridge to open up and create some space in the front of the hips. You can take your arms behind you, underneath. You can have them by your hips. Just feel that bridge sensation, arching your back to create a back extension, pushing the hips to the ceiling, as if to create more flow and easefulness and openness and a cooling sensation in the front of the hips. Energizing the heart area by lifting it up to the ceiling. Three more really big, robust breaths here. Wonderful. And then take your time to roll down through your upper back, melting your spine down like tic-tacs, coming down onto the floor one by one. And then when you're ready, take a strap or just flick your legs up. You can also hold your legs just to create some length in your hamstrings. Otherwise, before Shavasana, you can take the strap to the arches of the feet and kick back into a passive hamstring lengthening or forward bend as you pull down on your legs or pull down the strap towards the floor, feeling a wonderful compression in your hips. With the lower back softening into the floor. Take one leg to the floor now. Just open out into inner thigh stretch. Cross the midline gently to a glute stretch. And change. Kick the other leg up. Inner thigh stretch out to the side. Cross the midline, gentle glute stretch, which adds a gentle lumbar spine twist at the same time. Back through center. Kick both legs up once again with your strap. If you don't have a strap, you can just hold on to the legs. Then I want you to push your feet into the strap and slowly pull with your arms as you push with your feet. A counter movement, a push-pull as you lower your legs all the way down. Heels touch the floor. You completely starfish and relax and rest yourselves into your Shavasana here. Before, of course, letting yourself completely go, scanning your body and feeling the rewards of your quite a strong practice today, of course, especially with the balances. The energy, the strength you've cultivated within, and the stimulation, the energy traveling around. Enjoy it, revel in it. And then let yourself completely go. Taking breaths in and out that feel luxurious for you, your internal system. Yeah, ladies, start to make the small little movements in your fingertips and your toes. Wriggling through the wrists, the ankles, the head lolling from side to side. Draw your knees upwards. Keep your arms down by your side, however. Then just move your knees gently from side to side, creating a slight rocking sensation through the spine, through the sides of the spine. And rather than coming to a pause onto your side, I'm going to ask you to come onto your side and roll onto your stomach, please. And just rest in a wider Sphinx pose, still with a softness in the eyes, nothing too forced here. And allow yourself and your back to awaken once more, taking 2 to 3 big deep breaths in. Feeling that breath move into your belly, corresponding and moving and stretching into your lower back. And feeling the wave of the in-breath, feeling like you're inflating yourself. The exhalation, you deflate slightly. And on your next in-breath, slide your hands into your cobra position. Breathe in. And then take your time to come back onto your shins, into your comfortable seated position. Eyes closed. Hands resting together, palm to palm, thumbs resting at your heart. Once again, taking an internal scan and feeling the rewards of your practice, the strength that you've cultivated, and also the fun that you can have, of course, exploring and experimenting with these yoga poses. I thank you guys so much. This was my last Wednesday, I think, morning session with you guys, but I'm sure I'll be popping in and out. Amazing work. Namaste. Thank you so much, you two, for your efforts. And yeah, how do we feel?
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Stella. I loved it, as usual.
Well done.
Isn't it, Tracy?
Very, very
Wednesday mornings.
Yeah, so and oh no, exactly, and first thing for the morning as well. So just if you, I like to explore. I mean, you can definitely, once you're so used to it, you can just go into it, right? But if it's just nice to explore variations of prep movements, just to, if you're finding like, and this applies to those who are doing this video again, if you're feeling stiff, it's just not quite easy, and you're sort of forcing yourself into the positions, and then something else compensates, like the shoulders, right? I like to prime the tissues and see how you go, and then once you're used to it, these poses become so much more easeful that you can just, sort of bust them out left, right, and center when you want to. But it was great. It was really cool. Really nice to practice with you guys. Nice, fun session. Tracy, I hope to do a session with you too. Really nice to have you.
Oh, yeah, it was really wonderful, Stella. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys. Have a wonderful. So happy that you're back to normal. Are you back to normal? Can you see people now?
Yeah, we can see people outside.
Yay! Woo! Time to celebrate. Get yourselves outside and go see some people.
Thank you so much again, Stella. I've loved every minute.
Keep it up, Sarah. Well done. You've come so far. It's great. So great. All right, guys. Namaste. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.